This field was home to legends like Bolino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The Judicials offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
On the run, it's O'Neal. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The sure hands, it's made. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Judicials will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. So Navy's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone, to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after him.
And I was about to say,
he's loose. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the big fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll power it inside with the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Judicials decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Navy offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Creates a little room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Sticks it in his belly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Horvat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. Oh, better look out! 1st down and more. Wide open spaces. He's at the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Calls his own number. It's a seam wide open. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Judicials in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's O'Neal. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Fullback's got it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. Got enough space. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Judicials. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. And that's a live ball. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Navy will have to punt it away. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Navy will have to punt it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Goes to the option. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Trying to get the corner. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Kick is in the air. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Here comes the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Horvat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Navy will have to punt it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And Navy will go back on the attack. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the option. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Steps away. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up, keeping its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the option. Now the toss. Beck's going for the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, midshipman! Fit it in the window for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He'll take it himself. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the pressure. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The kick is on its way. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Here's the handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Navy will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. They get to him as he throws.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Quarterback will keep it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll immediately call timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Horvat. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. Got a little space. There he goes. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his man. It's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires toward the target. Caught over the middle. It's Chapman. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll open the second half with a run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. The option look. Quarterback on the keeper. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Floats it out in space. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the tailback. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Here's the give off the left side. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Finds a little space. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Judicials will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Judicials will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll run the option. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on second and long. Sends it back in motion. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Navy will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the move.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but he couldn't get it done there.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Judicials come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Now they'll run it on the toss, finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And the Judicials, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
And how about that on 3rd down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
And he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. 3rd down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Judicials come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Here comes the option. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Judicials are on the move. On the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the field goal unit is on the field. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Can't get him to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. The give to the fullback. Picks up the first down, still moving. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job, and the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Judicials are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking for a crease. It's O'Neal. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Navy offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Turning on the Jets. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. The pitch to the left. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20 to give to the big fullback. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's low. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got him this time. Still running at the 40. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Judicials can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the fullback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Judicials are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the back. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Judicials trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And the Judicials will keep this drive going. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. The run from the shotgun. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Judicials pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give on the option. Runs through a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Judicials moving quickly to the line. On third down, going up top. Dumps it off in the flats. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Judicials.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical fourth downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The big fullback's got it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The midshipmen looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. The pitch. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. He'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll send the back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. Uncorks one. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged out of the air. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop him one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.